Welcome, Baccarat Nation. I had some requests to add some commentary to how I play. So in this video, I'm going to add some commentary while using the D'Alembert system. For this one, let's have a goal of winning $1,000. The bankroll starting out is $10,000. Our goal is going to be to go to $11,000, and we're going to start with $100 as the 1 unit bet. So our first goal is going to be 10,100. So I'm going to pick player. We have a tie. That's a push. We ignore it. We won. We have 10,100. Our new goal is 10,200. We start the betting cycle over back to 1 unit. Let's stick with player. We lost. Okay, so we're back to 10,000. On the D'Alembert, when you lose, you increase from 1 to 2 units. And the shoe is looking choppy to me, so we're going to bet 200 on the player. We lost. So now we're going to go from 2 to 3 units. I'll go with banker. Why not? This is a flip of the coin. Boom, back to player. Okay, so where are we at in the shoe? Is this... it's looking choppy to me. I don't have a read on the shoe yet. It's a little too early, but in the D'Alembert, when you lose, you increase by 1 unit. So we're going to go from 3 to 4 units. It's a tie. It's a push. Okay, we got some twos. Well, I'm going to stick with chop, and either if it's chop or sets of twos, 2, 2, 2, it should go back to banker. So we're going to increase from 4 to 5 units. Okay, we're in a trendy shoe. We got a lot of streaks, so let's go from 5 to 6 units on the trend, which is player. Ooh, nothing but losses. I'm gonna stick with the trend, so I'm gonna go from 6 to 7 units. We have a win. So now we're gonna decrease from 7 down to 6 units. I'm gonna stick with the trend. 3, 4, 5, 6. We lost. I'm going to stick with the trend, so we're going to go from 6 back to 7 units. You increase after a loss. Loss again. Let's stick with the trend once again, so we're going to go from 7 to 8 units. We got one. So now we're going to decrease, so we're going to go from 8 units down to 7 units. Banker has not shown to drop below 2. I'm just going to stick with the overall trend that we're more trendy versus choppy versus the pattern. So, don't really have a good read on the shoe yet, but let's stick with banker. Even though banker hasn't dropped below 2 in a row. Alright, we got one. Okay, so now I'm going to stick with trend. We're going to drop from 7 down to 600. Alright, we're going to go from 600 back up to 700. I'm going to stick with trend. So far, I don't have a good read on this shoe. Alright, we got one. So now we're going to drop from 700 down to 600. I'm going to stick with the trend. So I'm going to bet the player again. Alright, we won. We're going to go from 600 down to 500. The pattern shows that it usually changes right here, but I'm going to stick with the trend, not the pattern. The trend is that it's trendy or streaky, so we're going to go 500 on the player. And we lost. Alright, we're going to go from 500 back up to 600, betting on the trend. Okay. I'm going to stick with the trend. We're going to go from 600 down to 500. Okay. Now our goal is 10,200. So after a win, you decrease from 5 to 4 units, but I kept the bets at the goal, which is 10,200. So I'm just going to bet 2 units. So I'm going to stick with trend, even though the pattern shows probably changes right here. I like to bet trend over pattern. So we're going to go 2 up. Yeah, 2 on banker. Goal is to hit 10.2. There it is. We hit 10.2. The new goal is 10.3. All right, so 10.3. We start the betting cycle over, back to 1 unit. I'm going to stick with trend. It's a very trendy shoe. Okay, and it changed on us. Let's stick with trend. We lost. We go from 1 to 2 units. Okay, boom, 10.3. We hit our goal. New goal is 10.4. Back to 1 unit. I'm going to stick with trend. Seems to be a trendy shoe. All right, 10.4 on a 1 unit bet. All right, boom, we got it. All right, new goal, 10.5. Seems pretty trendy. Let's stick with it. Simple, let's not change it, what's working. Tie, we're gonna ignore it's a push. Okay, we hit 10.5. Let's hit 10.6. Stick with the trend. 10.6 on 1. Tie, we ignore. Okay, 10.6, we hit it. Let's see if we hit 10.7. Let's stick with the trend. Okay, let's stick with the trend, but we lost. We go from 1 to 2 units. Okay, we're at 10.7. We hit it. New goal 10.8. Let's stick with the trend. Back to a 1 unit bet. Alright, we hit 10.8. Let's go for 10.9. Stick with the trend. It's working. Okay, 10.9. Alright, our final goal, 11,000. Alright, let's stick with trend. Look at that, we hit 11,000 on the nose. Pretty trendy shoe, pretty simple. Hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for more.